Hello everyone, Elijah here, and I'd like to welcome you all to another Tier List Tuesday. And today we will be rating Pokemon professors and all things that they have to offer, whether that is appearance, personality, things of that nature, if they were relevant in the anime, in the games, etc., and just how I like them overall as a person, right? So, to get things started, I want to give some honorable mentions because obviously there are professors in this list, in this current tier list that are missing. I just wanted to, shout them out because I feel like we should not forget these OG legends. Start things off, the original baddie, first female professor in the series. We have Professor Ivy. I mean, look at her. I mean, what else is there to say? She definitely would be an S-tier professor for me if she was in this roster, but she sadly isn't. But I just want to give her a little shout out. Another professor who I would say would probably be A-tier for me is Professor Crane. Now, Professor Crane is actually from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which, in my opinion, is one of the hardest Pokemon games to ever exist. Ever? I love his design, by the way, but aside from that, he's a pretty cool professor. So definitely A tier for me. Then we have Professor Gran Oak, who is, I don't know, he's supposed to be the professor over like Pokemon Home, if you know of that application. Not really a good design for me, definitely probably like D tier, to be completely honest. And then we have Professor Bellis. I guess how you say her name. If you play Pokemon Masters, she is like the professor over that region and that area or whatnot. Cute design, probably C tier. Not really. I didn't really enjoy Pokemon Masters too much. It is, in fact, a gacha game, and I have enough gacha games in my life, so cannot really invest in the Pokemon Masters. And then last but not least, the last professor that's in this list that don't think I think it's the last professor out of all the professors, right? Professor Samson Oak, who is the cousin of Professor Samuel Oak, who, I mean, yeah, I have no words for this professor. Um, he's kind of funny in the anime, probably B tier, but that's besides the point. Let's actually get into rating these professors that this lineup right here. Right. We're gonna start off with the newest or oldest professor, that being Samuel Oak from the Kanto region. Um, I mean it's Samuel Oak, right? I just feel as though like it would be wrong for him to be like not S tier because it's Samuel Oak. Everybody knows who that professor is. He's the OG professor, the first one, right? Like everybody knows Samuel Oak. I enjoy his character in the anime. I also like the little jokes and whatnot about him and Ash's mom being a little thing or whatnot, but yeah. Next we have Professor Elm, who is actually the professor over the region that I think I like the most, the Johto region, because my favorite Pokemon is in it, being Cyndaquil. I would say he's probably B tier. He's not really like a memorable professor, in my opinion. To my remembrance, I mean, I don't really remember much of him. But he's quirky, he's, nerdy and whatnot. He's an okay professor. Then we have Professor Birch, who I think he's probably another B tier. I do like how he is actually a researcher more so than the other professors, like an actual scientist, like he does like on-field research, which is how we meet him as he's like studying Pokemon in the wild, right? Not to say the other professors don't do this, but he's definitely more so known for doing field research, which I appreciate, I like. But definitely probably a B tier for me. Next we have Professor Rowan, who is I like Rowan. I really do. Like, I really like his whole, like, philosophy and what he does. And I enjoyed his appearance in the video games and things like that. Like, I really do like Rowan. I think he's probably A tier for me. Um, yeah, he's a good professor. I really think so. Next we have a professor who is what most people think is like the first female professor because of the fact that people don't really remember Professor Ivy because she was only in the anime and not into the games. But we have Professor Juniper. Um, for me, she's B tier. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care too much for Professor Juniper. However, her assistant, uh, Fennel, Phenol. Oh gosh, I'm definitely saying this wrong. Her assistant, I love her design so much so that would I put her S tier? I love this. I was obsessed with this design when she was like released. Like I wanted her to be like a playable character in the games, like so badly. Like I don't know why. I was just like obsessed with her as a child when I first played Black and White. Um, I'm gonna put her in A tier. I wouldn't say she's not that memorable in the anime. She has like two cameos, right? Um, she's okay. But in like design wise, I love this design. Next on the list, I guess we go into Professor. Well, let's do the Let's Go Professor. What is his name? Professor Willow. I actually don't really care for him. I'm gonna be completely honest. I he's good looking, I guess. That's all he has going for him, to be completely honest. I don't really care too much about anything else about him. Uh, I don't think he's really a worthwhile professor, in my opinion. All right, next we have Sycamore. Ooh boy, he's S tier. I mean, I personality, looks, he has everything, right? The whole package. Definitely an S tier professor for me. Love, love, love him. Another S tier professor, hands down, for me, would have to be Kukui, because I mean, once again, personality, looks. He really does it. Like he is very entertaining in the anime. He has this whole like, Mancho uh, Libre type form or whatever, where he does the little combat, the little boxing ring thing in Pokemon Sun and Moon that exist, right? His whole like alter ego, that's the word I'm looking for. Love that. I find it very interesting. Like he's a really cool professor, right? And then his wife, still cool. I'll put her A tier. Like I don't really care too much about her. Too much, I guess I'll put her B tier, to be completely honest. Don't care too much about her. She's, she's there. Um, I do love their couple. Like they're a really cute couple, him and his wife. But I definitely am more so into Kukui than his wife being Professor Brunette. Um, Even though I love how she specializes in ultra wormholes and things like that. I feel like that's really cool. Next, we have Professor Magnolia, who, in my opinion, is very much C tier, right? Like, we don't really get much from her other than she's retiring. Yeah, that's about it. That's all we get for her is that she's retiring. And then I would have to put, last but not least, Sonia, who is taking the place of Professor Magnolia. Um, Definitely S tier. Design, personality, character development, the whole shabam. Now, looking at this list, I'm gonna be honest with myself. Probably have to move Oak down to A. Probably gonna have to do that. I think it makes sense. Order. I'll probably do the order like this. Um, then I'll do that order like that. Sorry, I yawned. B tier order, probably put her in the front. Yeah, I'll do that. And then, to be honest, I do not care for Professor Willow whatsoever. Like, at all. Like, I could do without. Like, fully could do without. Um, but yeah, that's all the Pokemon professors and the little honorable mentions. I'll put a little, like, I guess, picture about where they would be on this list that I listed earlier in this video. But yeah, that's concludes this video. That includes this tier list Tuesday. I keep having hiccups and just a bunch of things happening to me right now. I am recording this at 6 a.m., so it's understandable. But if you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment your favorite professor in the comments below. I'm interested to hear. And subscribe to stay tuned for more Tier List Tuesdays or other video game content. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.